The Golden State Warriors just put the reigning NBA champs to bed last night as they defeated the Milwaukee Bucks in a game where we finally saw Klay play up to his usual standards as he had his best game back since returning from his injury. After painful stretches of games during February and March, things are starting to brighten up again for the Warriors as they have now won 3 straight games, all against playoff teams in the Bucks, Nuggets, and Clippers, and they are now looking to regain their spot as the 2nd seed in the entire NBA. Not only was this game huge for this team, the Warriors are getting so close to being at 100% again, with Draymond Green returning to action Monday night on a minutes restriction, and James Wiseman is currently in the G League working his body up to get reinstated back into the lineup fully healthy. This team was already one that could have competed for the championship even without these guys, but now adding Draymond, who got selected to be an all-star this year, and Wiseman, the 2nd overall pick in last year's draft, this is going to be a team that has every other franchise absolutely terrified to see their top potential. The Warriors hinted that potential against a Bucks team that has been phenomenal all year long, with a top MVP candidate in Giannis on. Though only a small percentage of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video. The Bucks game plan was simple. Their intentions coming into this game was to throw the house at Steph Curry and to try to let the other Warriors players beat them. This completely backfired in their face as they did shut down Curry to just 8 points on 7 shots, yet they left the door wide open for Poole to get 30 on the night, and Klay Thompson, who had a season high of 38 points, as this duo led this team to a much needed win to regain their spirits. Curry's impact on this game, surprisingly enough, is the thing that impresses me the most about this team and why they're going to be so dangerous, especially in the playoffs. No matter how Curry is playing in any given stretch of games, teams basically need to give him this kind of respect defensively, because any given night, Curry can drop 40 points on your head like it's nothing if you don't, and will carry his team to wins. It just so happens to be that he also plays alongside some of the best shooters in the league, and his team is filled with all-star caliber players and young prospects that have extremely bright futures in the NBA. Poole was placed into the starting lineup for this game to test out how this trio would play together, as the team added another playmaker alongside Curry, as they knew he would most likely get double teamed, and it most certainly paid off like they'd hoped. He had 30 points while grabbing 6 rebounds and 5 assists, while he shot a fantastic 56.3% from the field and 50% from 3, while being a plus 26 on the night. This was paired alongside a performance for the ages with Klay Thompson, as the comeback story had finally come back full circle, as in just 33 minutes, Thompson had 38 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 assists just like Poole, while shooting 65.3% from the field and 57.1% from 3, while finishing this one with a game-high plus 27 on the night as well. Offensively, this team can match up against anybody in the NBA, and this was put on full display last night, and if Klay can continue to have games like these, I think it's basically over for the rest of the NBA, especially when this team adds Draymond and Wiseman. The Warriors just extended their streak to 7 straight games with no losses when Klay scores 20 or more points in a game this season, and Poole has been on absolute fire as of late to help wake the Warriors back up before the playoffs. In his last 6, Poole's been averaging 24.8 points, 5 assists, and over a steal per game, while averaging an absurd 60% from the field, 57% from 3, and 94% from the line, and it goes without saying that he's heating up at the perfect time, and the Warriors have needed these types of performances from him. This isn't even where the strong performances from last night end, as Wiggins had a great night starting as well, with 21 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists, shooting 50% from the field, and Kuminga had another night where he provided a massive spark off the bench with 14 points and a career high of 11 rebounds. If you want to see more of an in-depth breakdown of the other role players on this team, I have multiple videos where I do just that. This video will just be focusing mainly on the guys already mentioned. With that being said, Steph has started to play some of the best basketball of the season for him, just like Poole, and please don't take Curry's game from yesterday as anything detrimental to his game, as him scoring the balls simply just wasn't a part of the game plan that the team drew up, in contrast to how the Bucks were playing him. And there will be games like that we see more often to try and force other guys on this team to beat them. Curry only took 7 shots, which is nowhere near what's usually expected out of him, yet he freed up Poole and Clay just by being on the floor, so much so that they were able to have the kind of games that they did. And even then, he still managed to make an impact without scoring the ball, as he had 5 rebounds, 8 assists, a steal, a block, and was a solid plus 14 on the night. This Warriors team from top to bottom is absolutely stacked, and as Poole and Curry are starting to heat up, if this is also the game that takes Clay out of his shooting slump, those 3 all clicking with the amount of defensive reinforcements coming back from injury, this team is going to be absolutely terrifying in a 7-game series, and I'm not afraid to continue to repeat that. Draymond is going to be the anchor on this team defensively once again, being the communicator on this team, putting everyone in the right places to hopefully bring this team back to being a top defensive unit again, where they have quickly fallen from that standpoint as Draymond went out. It's not as clear what exactly Wiseman's role is gonna be once he's back, either starting, moving Draymond to the 4, or coming off the bench for this team, but whatever that role may be, he's going to be so crucial for this team matching up against bigger centers, as the team only has one other player listed at center outside of him, in Kevon Looney, and he's listed at just 6'9". With the spacing provided by the other stars on this team, these two are going to get their easy buckets down low, with very little defensive help that's going to be on them, and with all of the attention put on guys like Curry, Clay, and Poole, it's gonna make everything easier for them to create. On top of scoring the ball that will be open for them, both these guys can also provide some playmaking as bigs on this roster, which is only going to all come around full circle and improve the games of literally everyone on this roster, as the guards should get more open looks because of this. And then lastly, I did not forget about Wiggins' impact on this team. Depending on what the team decides to do on which lineup they're gonna have on any given night, simply just having Wiggins as that 3rd, 4th, or even 5th option offensively says in itself just how loaded this team is, and this is all on top of just how much he brings to the table defensively. The sky is truly beyond the limit for this team, and I say that with my chest, as this team can easily take themselves to a whole other level than what we're seeing right now. Curry can start to take off and play like an MVP at any given moment. Poole can continue to emerge as the 3rd splash brother in the playoffs. Clay could look like the Clay of old. Wiggins will most definitely continue to have one of his best seasons yet, and Draymond and Wiseman can show everybody the last pieces that this team were missing to truly take them to that serious championship contender level. The best part is that not every one of these things have to go perfectly for this team to have success in the playoffs, as each and every one of these stars can pick up the games of one another if someone's playing bad. And to make matters even worse, this is one of the deepest teams in the entire NBA, and like I mentioned before, I went more in depth on their depth in some of my other videos, so be sure to check those out. I honestly don't know if we've ever seen a team with this much firepower, all healthy, and hopefully it stays that way, as if this team plays up to the potential that I think they eventually could, it's not far-fetched to say that this could be one of the best teams in the entire history of the NBA. They still need to end the season strong and battle for that number 2 seed, yet things could not be falling more into place for this team right now. As always, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button to help this video get shared along YouTube's algorithm, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more NBA videos like this one that I will be posting multiple times per week. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all have a great night.